Good morning, children. This is grade 5 science on lesson 4 matter and materials. Okay. So what is meant by matter? What is meant by materials? Okay. All those things we are going to see in today's class. So many things are around us. Table, chair, desk, okay, bow, chalk piece, duster. Many things are around us, isn't it? Solid things which have different shape. Okay? So some things are there, some matters are there which are in liquid form. Water, milk, oil, isn't it? Then gas, carbon, isn't it? So in this lesson we are going to study about these things: matter, solid, liquid and gas. Okay, we are going to study about solid, liquid and gas. Okay, children? So matter, what is meant by matter? Anything that has weight. See, I am taking this. It's one thing. It has its weight, isn't it? And occupies space. Occupies means what? Edathai eduthukollu. It needs some space, isn't it? Occupies space. Idam. Edathai eduthukollu is called matter. Anything that has weight and occupies space is called matter. Are you clear, children? So this is one kind of matter. And what it is made up of? The matter is made up of what? See, molecules. Matter is made up of tiny particles. Tiny means what? Very small. Called molecules. See, I am taking this chalk piece is also a matter, isn't it? So it also has its weight and it also occupies its place. So it is a matter. See, if I am going to crush this, it becomes powder form, isn't it? It becomes powder form. So tiny particles. So those tiny particles are called as what? Molecules. Matter. Those molecules only made this structure, isn't it? Matter is made up of tiny particles called molecules. Like this, you can see anything. This desk is made up of wood, isn't it? If we crush it into smaller desk particles will come, so that we call as molecules. Okay, any solid, any liquid matter, any gaseous matter, maybe solid matter, liquid matter or gaseous matter. It's made up of tiny, very small, tiny particles. That particles named as molecules. Okay, so matter is made up of molecules. Okay, that molecules, if we furthermore divide that, it's called as atoms. What is it? Atoms. Molecules are made up of still smaller. If we divide into many fine particles, so that units, final units, is called as atoms. So molecules are made up of still smaller units called atoms. Okay, so it's a solid thing, we call it as matter. As a whole, we call it as matter. And if we made it smaller particles called molecules, furthermore if we divide the molecules, that smaller, very fine particle is called as atom. So here atoms of same kind form elements and atoms of different kind form compounds. This and all we studied in higher class. So elements, example iron, copper and all So now we are going to study about different matters. Okay. So solid, liquid and gaseous. So three forms of matters. Forms and state. Okay. So now we are going to study about three states of matter. Solid, liquid and gas. Listen children. So three forms of matter. What are the three forms of matter? Solid, liquid and gas. Isn't it? Three forms of matter. So here, so as I said, this is a solid. How the molecules, solid is made up of molecules, isn't it? So how the molecules are arranged in this solid. See, look at the picture. So molecules, these are the round diagrams I simply put no, that is what? Molecules. So the molecules, look at the molecules. The molecules are closely packed. How the molecules are packed? It's very closely packed. Molecules are closely packed. See, in between the molecules. So look at the space. Look at the space in between the molecules. It's a very small space, isn't it? So that means intermolecular space. மாலிகுலுக்கு நடுவுல இருக்கிற இடம் ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்கு, isn't it? Intermolecular space is very less. So the molecules are, this is solid. How the molecules are arranged in solid? Very closely. Okay, the molecules are tightly packed, closely packed. So the intermolecular space, ஒரு moleculeக்கும் இன்னொரு moleculeக்கும் நடுவுல gap ரொம்ப கம்மி. So the intermolecular space is very less. Okay, closely packed molecules. So that only the solids are definite shape, isn't it? இதுக்கு உறுதியான வடிவம் இருக்கு. So that solids are definite shape. So that all the matters having a characteristics of a matter is, so the molecules, some molecules can move, but in solid these molecules cannot move because it is closely arranged, closely packed. So what is the common character? The molecules can move and attract towards each other. So because of the close attraction, it is tightly fixed. So the solid molecules are closely packed, so it has definite shape, உறுதியான வடிவம் இருக்கு. Okay, so next we'll go to the liquid. See, this is liquid, water, simply water. See, so the water I can flow from one to the next one, isn't it? One vessel to the next vessel. So this is free flowing of water. Free flowing of water is possible, isn't it? How it possible? See, look at the molecule arrangement in water. See, this I don't know. I let some gap in between the molecules. Look at the gap. Close observation. So loosely packed molecules. The molecules are loosely packed. See, more gap is there. So the molecules are loosely packed. So the intermolecular space is more. One molecule the intermolecular space is more. You know. So liquids doesn't have any definite shape. Liquids doesn't have any definite shape. It occupies. It takes the shape of the vessel, isn't it? So it doesn't have any definite shape. எதில இருக்குமோ அதோட வடிவம் எடுக்கும். So it takes the shapes of the vessel where we are keeping the liquid. So molecules are loosely packed. So no definite shape. Here molecules are very tightly packed, closely packed. So solids are definite shape. Here liquids, molecules are loosely packed. So it doesn't have any definite shape. So it takes the shape of the vessel where it is. Okay. See, then come to the gas. Isn't it? In atmosphere, this is full of gas, different gases. So the gas, if we go deep into the gas more gap is there in between the two molecules. So molecules are very distant, very far apart. So we call it this kind of matter we call as gas. Okay. So look at that. Here minimum intermolecular space is there in solids. Minimum intermolecular space. Minimum intermolecular space. So more attraction of the molecules. Because it is very close, more attraction of the molecules. So molecules cannot move. So that only it have definite shape. Any kind of solid. So that only it have its definite shape. Molecules cannot move. Molecules cannot move. So it have definite shape. Then coming to the next one, liquid. More intermolecular space. Intermolecular space is more intermolecular space. Less attraction. The attraction between the molecule is less compared to the solid. The attraction is very less. So molecules can move freely. Do you understand? That's why the liquids we can go from one vessel to the another vessel. So the molecules are moving freely, isn't it? So that only it is possible. Do you understand? So the molecules can move freely. So less attraction. The molecules can move freely. That's only it is possible to flow the liquid to flow. Then coming to the next one, gas. So gas maximum intermolecular space. Look at the molecular arrangement, maximum intermolecular space and weak attraction between the molecules. Because the molecules are very far apart, so it doesn't have any attraction. The attraction is there, but it is very weak attractions. So the molecules can move very freely. Do you understand? It doesn't have any definite shape. So next we will go to see about in liquid, what are the things can be dissolved, what are the things cannot dissolve. So solubility and insolubility in water. We will take a water as a fine example for liquid, and what are the things are getting dissolved and what are the things are insoluble. So that thing we are going to see now. Solubility in water. See some substance. Okay, put that into water. Okay, take some substance, put that into water and check whether it gets dissolved. What is that? Dissolved. What is meant by dissolved? Karayum tanmai. Okay, whether it gets dissolved in water or not. So now we are going to check some solids whether it is getting dissolved in water or not. Okay, so this sugar. If we take sugar, it is sugar. 1 tablespoon of sugar I took. Now I am going to add sugar in water. Okay, sugar is a solid. It is in powder form. Okay, sugar is a solid which is in the powder form. So now I am going to make that sugar and I am going to dissolve it. Will you be able to see that sugar separately in this water? No, it completely get dissolved. It completely get dissolved in water. Am I right, children? It's completely get dissolved in water. Where it gone? So I added sugar. Sugar is the particles of sugars are there. Okay, it's solid. So particles, molecules are there. I am adding the particles into the liquid matter. Where it gone? Where the sugar particles gone? It dissolved. Where it gone actually? See, we studied about that intermolecular space of the liquid, isn't it? So this is the intermolecular space of the liquid. In between that intermolecular space, the water. This is liquid, water. So in between the space, who go and settle down? The sugar particle I sugar particle get settled in between the planes of the molecules. So in these planes, the sugar molecules get mixed and settled. Do you understand? So that quantity never increased. Okay? Okay, the quantity is never increased, but it is settled in between the space of the liquid molecules. The green color I have drawn is what molecule? So water. Molecule of the water. This is water molecule. Whereas the pink color I have drawn, no, what are they? Those are the molecules of sugar. It's settled in between space. It occupies the in between intermolecular space. Okay, those space it get occupied. So it completely dissolved in water. It isn't, we unable to differentiate where is sugar and where is water. So it completely get dissolved. So this we call as soluble. So we can say sugar is soluble in water. Okay, if it completely dissolved, we can say very easily sugar is soluble substance. So if we add salt also, we add salt. So this is salt. If we add salt also, salt is also what? Solid, powder form of salt. Okay, solid. So if I add solid into liquid, this is what? Water. So it completely get dissolved. The salt is completely get dissolved in water. As the same way what I said. So it occupies the salt molecules occupies the intermolecular space of the water molecules. So it completely get dissolved. So easily we can say what are the substances in the porukal, what are the substances are getting dissolved in water. We can easily say salt and sugar completely dissolved in water. So we can say this soluble substance. Salt and sugar are what substance? Soluble substance. Okay, salt and sugar are soluble in water. Okay, then which solid is insoluble? If we take sand, if we mix sand into this, see, if I stir it also, it never gets dissolved. We can take the sand separately, isn't it? If I leave it sometimes, it gets settled down at the bottom. Are you able to see this clearly? See, look here. See, it gets settled down at the bottom, whereas this salt and sugar solution, so it is very clear. So it dissolved, completely dissolved, soluble in water, but it is insoluble in water. See, it settled down at the bottom. Okay, slowly it got settled down, no? So insoluble, sand is insoluble, whereas salt and sugar is soluble in water. Liquids in water. Liquids in water. So water is also a liquid. Now we are going to add another liquid into the water. So how it is? Now previously we checked the solubility of solids in water. Now we are going to check the solubility of liquid in water. Okay, liquid to liquid. So if we take milk is a liquid, isn't it? Oil, ink. We take these three because we are in standard. Now we are taking simple things. So milk, oil and ink. Okay. Do you think milk is get completely dissolved in water? If I add milk into water, what will happen? Are they able to separate milk and water? No, it's not possible. It completely mixed. Milk is also a liquid, water is also a liquid, liquids, miscible liquids. So ink also, we cannot separate it. After we mix the ink into the water, we cannot separate the ink and water separately. So those kind of liquids are called miscible liquids. Look here, this is water. I am adding a red reagent to this. Okay, red reagent to this. So do we able to see that two things separately? No, it completely get mixed. This is also a liquid. So look at this. It's a drop by drop, isn't it? So this is also a liquid and this is also a liquid, water. So ink. So this two, if I add these two things together, it completely dissolved, completely mixed up. So we unable to separate these two liquids. So this kind of liquids are called miscible liquids. This kind of liquids are called miscible liquids. Okay. So in this category, I can say milk and ink. Miscible liquids, milk and ink. I can say it. So if I take oil, if I add oil, so it comes under immiscible liquids. What it means, immiscible, what it means. See, I have coconut oil with me now. So this is water. Okay, this is water. So coconut oil. I am going to add coconut oil to the water. See, this is also a liquid, isn't it? It's flowing very easily, no? The whichever things flow very easily, those things are called as liquid, isn't it? So a liquid substance to another liquid substance. See, I add more amount, then only we able to see that very clearly. So I add. See, will you able to see the two different layers here? This is water layer. See, one thick layer formed on the level of the water, isn't it? A surface, on the surface of the water. Will you able to see the another layer formed? If I stir also, it won't mix up. If I stir it also, it won't mix up. See, if I stir it also, say again it settled at the top layer, isn't it? So it won't mix up. So this oil is also a liquid, water is also a liquid. If we mix these two liquids, it is being separated, immiscible, not mixed properly, not dissolved properly, not mixed thoroughly. So we can separate these two liquids very easily. So I can pour the oil like this. So we can separate it. By using some different techniques, we can separate it. So this kind of liquids, are you able to see that? Coconut oil layer and this is water at the bottom. Top layer is oil layer and bottom layer is water. So this type of liquids are called immiscible liquids. This kind of liquids are called as immiscible liquids. Immiscible, iron. Okay, cannot. Miscible means it can mix. Immiscible means it cannot mix. Immiscible liquids. So oils, any kind of oils, all the fatty substance, all the fats won't mix with the water. So miscible liquids and immiscible liquids. Now we are going to see gases in water. Solids in water, liquids in water. Now we are jumping to gases in dissolved water. Gases in water. See how the gas gets dissolved in water. See, if we eat, take a beaker of water, okay, any vessel, okay, take a vessel, add 1 tumbler of water into that, and now we are going to heat the water. You do it in your home and check, okay. So if we heat the water, have you noticed the surface water get disturbed and the bubbles will come out if we keep on heating it. Okay? What is in that beaker? Water. This we call as beaker. Okay? So the water is heated. It absorbs the heat. The molecules, the water molecules absorbs the heat. Isn't it? So those molecules get bubbled and from the liquid form it changes its form to gaseous form. Okay, the molecules, the water is a wonder liquid. In this world, water is a wonder liquid. It is present in all three forms. Okay, what are the forms of matter? Solid, liquid and gas. I can make this water into solid form by keeping this in fridge, isn't it? It turned into ice cubes, solid form of water, and it is a liquid. Now this liquid water, when we heat, when we cool, it turned into solid form. When we are heating that water, it turned into its gaseous form. So we can see the gas comes out, isn't it? So the gaseous forms. So the water is a wonder liquid. It has all its three forms: solid, liquid and gas. So have you ever noticed when we are open the cola bottle, okay, aerated drinks, cool drinks and all we are buying from the shop, no? Those aerated, Coca-Cola bottles, some other aerated drinks will be there. When we open the lid, we can see that bubbles comes out, no? What are those bubbles? From where it's coming? Those bubbles are carbon dioxide gas. So the oxygen, nitrogen and ammonia, carbon dioxide are name of the gases. Okay, these oxygen and carbon dioxide names only you know very well. It's familiar names. So this carbon dioxide gas only there in the aerated drinks. Coca-Cola aerated drinks. Those carbon dioxide gas is dissolved in the water under great pressure. In the factories, they are doing that under great pressure. They are dissolving the carbon dioxide water into that aerated drinks. That's why when we are opening, the bubbles comes out. Okay. So oxygen also there in the water. Okay. What is the formula? H2O, hydrogen and oxygen. So the hydrogen and oxygen gas combined together only produce water. So when we heat up this hydrogen and oxygen gas, it releases out. Hydrogen and oxygen gas, it releases out. Okay, aquatic animals and all there, fish, all the plants also, aquatic plants also there, isn't it? So those plants are made of gases, oxygen. For breathing, it needs oxygen. From where it takes the oxygen? The oxygen which is dissolved in water, that oxygen only absorbed by the plant and animals who are living in the water. Aquatic plants and aquatic animals may utilize the oxygen which is dissolved in water. Do you understand? So gases also dissolved in water. Now we are going to see about that. Now I said water is a wonder liquid which have all its three forms: solid, liquid and gas form. Like that we are going to see what are the changes we can see in the matters, different matters. Whether the changes can be reversible or it is irreversible. Okay, changes in the matters forms. See, physical and chemical changes. What is meant by the word physical? Uruvam. Physical change means uruvam mattum marum. Chemical means all the composition. The molecule level and all inside the molecules, atom, everything get changed means chemical change. Only the shape get changed means we call it as physical change. Okay? So physical and chemical changes in the matter. Any solid, any liquid or any gas. See, we take a common simple example as water. If I take water, Okay? If we heat the water, what will happen? First, in the beginning, the bubbles will come. Then after it attained its temperature, 100 degrees Celsius temperature, the water starts changing its format from the liquid form of water, changes into gaseous form of water. So, while heating, the water changes into gaseous form. From liquid form to the water from liquid form to it changes into gaseous form. Isn't it? Water while heating. So while heating it changes into gaseous. Okay? So one form it's changed into another form. So now it's a liquid. What is it? Physical. Physical liquid. Now it turned into gaseous form. Physical change. Physical change happens. Okay? Whether it can be reversed from gaseous form of water. Can I bring it back into liquid form of water? Is it possible or not? Yes, it's possible. So if we keep one plate over there, sure that gas is coming out? No. So the gas is coming out. If we keep one plate over there, the water gas hit the plate and water droplets settled at that plate. See, if you are eating the milk, we close that milk with the lid. After some time, if you open the lid, you can see some droplets of water at the underside of the plate. No, in cooker and all, you can see the droplets of water at the underside of the cooker lid. No, so that is what the gaseous when it cools down. If it cools down the gaseous form of water, we can get it back the liquid form of water. So it is reversible. If we cool down the gaseous water by heating the water, if I cool down the gaseous form of water, again I can get it back the liquid water. So it is reversible. So the changes, physical change happens, no? That is very temporary. So the physical change, temporary change only happen, can be reversed. It can be reversed. Okay? So this also, water, it is in liquid form, water in liquid form. From the liquid form, we change it into solid form. When I cool the water, I kept this setup as such in the fridge. When I cooled it down, the liquid water, when I cooled it down, what will happen? Immediately change into ice. Isn't it? So solid form. Immediately it takes its solid forms. When it cooled down, it takes its solid form. If this also, from the solid form of ice, I can get it back to the liquid form of water. Is it possible or not? Yes, it's possible. No? We can heat it or we can keep it separately for some time. So it again get back its original liquid form. So it also reversible. The physical change, liquid to solid, it changes. Appearance change but it can be reversed. The changes which happens are only temporary changes. The changes are only the temporary changes. It can be reversed. So this is called as physical change. Now we are going to see the another one, chemical change. What I said? Completely everything, every molecule get changed means in a matter, everything get changed means that we call as chemical changes. See, if you burn the paper, so how it burned into ashes, isn't it? Can we get back from the ashes to paper? No, not possible. So this we call it as chemical change. It completely got changed. It's a burning of wood. If I burn this tester piece of the serenity. Can I get it back this same wood piece again? No, it's not possible. The chemical, all the molecules get changed. The changes which happens are permanent change. It cannot be reversed. The changes which happens are permanent change. It cannot be reversed. So, we can't get it back the original composition of the matter. All the molecules get changed. All the changes happens are permanent. So, the changes cannot be reversed because the changes are permanent changes. It cannot be reversed. See, we are cooking food. The rice we are cooking. Can we get it back the same raw rice again? Not possible. So, the changes which cannot be reversed, which is permanent, those changes are called as chemical changes. The changes which is very temporary can be reversed, those changes we call as physical changes. See this stretching of rubber band. So I am stretching. It can be physical. So physical appearance, bigger size. Now it again takes its original position. So the physical changes happens. Temporary changes again it came into the original position. So the temporary it can be reversed. Then I am crushing of the paper. If I crush the paper, again I can take the paper as a whole, isn't it? So these changes, physically the paper is rectangle shape. I am crushing it into ball shape. Again I can make it into rectangle shape. The physical changes happens, but it is reversible. Those changes we call as reversible changes. Okay, physical changes. Whereas the chemical changes, whole thing. If we burn this, we can't get it back the original wood again. So those changes, it changes. The one matter is changed into another matter. From the solid to another matter, ashes form it changed. We can't get it. We can't reverse. So those permanent changes happen. So just such kind of changes are called as chemical changes. Okay, clear children? In this lesson, we studied about all the forms of matter, solid, liquid and gas. So, along with this video class, I given the video format of classwork and classwork note answers and book exercise answers also. Please write all those things in your classwork note in cursive handwriting. Please